How can you use the Align panel and Align tool for creating vector repeat patterns in Adobe Illustrator? Well, I'll show you how right in this video. By the time you finish watching this video, you will be using Align tool and panel very well, and you can use it in every project from now on. Isn't that awesome? And if you stay till the end of this video, you will get a present from me, so stay tuned. My name is Oksancia. I have been a textile designer for over 15 years now, and I'm also a founder of Oksancia Textile Design Studio and online school. So let's jump right into the tutorial. Here we have Adobe Illustrator 2021, and we have a little star element in vector that I drew for a fabric design. So you can see that the artboard, which is this, the thin black lined square, has this little star on it. The star is kind of off-centered, a little bit to the bottom right corner, and what we are going to do, we're going to use the Align and Distribute panel to move it around the artboard. Okay, so first let me show you where you can find the Align panel if you don't see it anywhere. You go up to here, Window, then you find Align, click on that, and here you have it. On top we have Align objects, and in the middle we have Distribute objects, and then on the bottom we have Distribute spacing. In the corner here, in the bottom right corner, we have Align to options, and now we have Align to selection selected. And what that does, it's going to align things to the elements that are selected. Let's say we have 2 different stars or 3, we would be able to align to selection. For example, this one will be selected. And if we have aligned to artboard, let's select that. This is how it looks like. What we are going to be able to do, we are going to be aligning this star to this square artboard. Let's click on it, and you will see that this appears, Align and Transform appears here on top in the control panel on the top of Adobe Illustrator. So here it says Align panel. We'll click on it, and it's basically the same as we see here. Next, what we are going to do, we want to center this star in the artboard. We are going to click on Align Objects, Horizontal Align Center, and then Vertical Align Center. There you have it. It's already aligned right in the middle of this square. Next, let's explore a few other options. Again, back to Align. We can move it to the left, all the way to the right, and we can move it up, we can move it down. So a lot of interesting things you can do with this. And now you can see that this is how we use this Align panel and Distribute panel to move one object according to the artboard. It's very, very, very helpful. Next, what we are going to do, we are going to give you a few other elements to play with. So right here we have these 3 more stars. Okay, now it's kind of orangey yellow. Next, what we are going to do, we're going just to move them randomly all over the place here. Kind of something like this, so in no particular composition. So I'm going to show you how to select all of them. So you just click in the corner above the star that's on the very top, and to the left of the star that's on the most left side. So we are going to marquee all around it with this little dotted line, and then we'll move all the way around the other elements on the right side. Release, and all of these are selected now. Next, we are going to be aligning to the key object. So we are going to back to the Align panel and then Align to key object. This is how it looks like. And the key object is right now more blue, so it's more selected, but you can change it. There you go. So let's say that this original pink star is actually the key object. We are going to move them all horizontal align center, and then we're going to move them all to the vertical align center. Let's deselect, and you will see that it's on top and all the other elements are kind of behind. So this is useful if you're making the complicated elements with different backgrounds. For example, let's draw an ellipse tool. Ellipse, I mean. And then we want to align this ellipse and make it a background behind this star. We're going to click on it one more time to make it a key object. And then we're going to align it horizontal align center, vertical align center. Now we will right click and then arrange, bring backward. And we have our star aligned with this element. We can recolor it, and you can see that I moved it to the side so you can see that it's a new element. And what we are going to do next, let's undo this for now. I just showed you how to do it. Let's delete this one. What we are going to do next, we are going to move these elements kind of in a random order. We are going to select all of them, and then we are going to align to artboard again. So now we want to move them according to the actual artboard again. And let's say we want them all to be on the very side, or all in the middle, or all up. See, this is how they behave. But we want them to actually not hide behind each other. We want them to be distributed. So that's where the distribute objects options come in. So we have vertical distribute top. Then you see how this behaves here. We have vertical distribute center. Now it behaves like this. And we have vertical distribute bottom. Okay. And here we have horizontal distribute left, horizontal distribute center, and horizontal distribute right. So this way you can see how they move across the artboard. And now let's say we want them all to be on this left side over here. We would select them all and move them all like this. And then we can distribute them how we want to, according to how we want to kind of have them arranged. This is very, very useful for repeat pattern design, since we can arrange them in all kinds of interesting ways. So right here, let's say we want to move them so they are right under each other. For that, we can select this one, this star on the top. It becomes a key object by itself, and then we'll just move them like so. And we kind of can move the elements up or down depending how we want them, maybe make them smaller. And I'm pressing Option and Shift on my Mac to constrain the proportions and make them smaller. We can have this one bigger, so I'm kind of like to move them around, but then select again, click on the top element and click on horizontal align center so that they are all aligned according to each other. So let's say they have been kind of like this. So I try to distribute them by hand. And what if I want them to be distributed by math, by the computer? I select them all, and it will be vertical distribute space. It will be distributed according to the artboard. So ta-da, you can see it distributes much better than I distributed, and it's the top object touches the top of the artboard, the bottom object touches the bottom of the artboard, if that's what you want. Next, we can also select them and do horizontal distribute. So now they're distributed horizontally, and they kind of depends on where they were. They keep the same height, but they move horizontally. And what we can do, we can select them again, and we can move vertical align center, move them right to the middle of the artboard. So now, instead of just dragging and trying by hand, you can select and then move and then distribute vertically if that's what you want to do. Very, very cool and very interesting for repeat pattern designs. So now I was able to fill up the whole pattern with all the elements in a repeat manner. Now what's useful, the last useful thing I wanted to show you is, so I select the rectangle tool M, I click on the artboard, and then I want to create 600 by 600 pixels square. Now this square, let's make it very dark blue. So we are going to now right click on the shape, go to arrange, and then send to back. So the elements are all in front of the rectangle. Now once we have it selected, we can click on the line panel, and we are going to align it, horizontal align left to the left side of the artboard. Then we are going to align it vertical align top to the top of the artboard. And this is exactly how you can align the square, which exactly matches the size of your artboard. How do you know the size of your artboard? You go to artboard tool right here, Shift O, and then you double click on your artboard tool with one artboard selected, the one that you want, and you will see here width 600, height 600, and this is X and Y, the coordinates of the top left reference point on point of the artboard. Okay, let's click cancel. And here you have it, the vector repeat pattern featuring stars, and you learned how to use the align and distribute panel. Very, very cool stuff. I hope you enjoy using it in all of your artwork, not only vector repeat patterns, but it's absolutely great for vector repeat patterns. I hope you found it helpful, and I am so excited to hear how it went for you. Remember the present that I promised you at the beginning of this video? Well, here is my free ebook that has been downloaded more than 3,000 times by now, and it's called Grow Your Pattern Portfolio Fast. It's not just an ebook, it's actually a workbook with illustrated checklist that you can use to learn how to grow your portfolio of vector repeat patterns, or any kind of patterns for that matter, 15 times faster. I show you my tested tips and tricks on how to take one vector repeat pattern and turn it into 15 patterns. You can apply it for the rest of your life, and you'll be able to grow your portfolio so much faster. You can request a copy of this workbook at the link in the description of this video, so hop on over there and get this workbook right away. If you like this video, please give me that like, and also subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button, and by also clicking the notification bell so that you do not miss any of my new videos. Also, please share this video with your own creative friends if you know somebody who might find this video helpful. Thank you so much for watching, my amazing creative friend. Grow, love, and create, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!